Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. It's interesting, right now we have a brand new channel in the house, TLUC, and please let me know if there's a different way to pronounce that. It's great to see you here for the first time. They were asking if there's any faith-based channels here, and actually the first channel we're looking at today, our featured channel of the day, is Blessed to Crochet. This is somebody who talks about crochet, but there's actually a lot more faith-based motivation and inspiration on the channel. They're posting frequently, as you can see, pretty much daily lately, so I'm just going to grab the latest video. I haven't seen this yet. I'll put this into a special playlist that I use. I call it my catch-up playlist. That's a tool that I use to keep caught up with creators, and playlists can be a great tool for that. When we look at Blessed to Crochet, we see a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here who's been with us for a long while now, and I don't think it's quite 2 years, but well beyond a year, probably approaching a couple of years now. The reason why I mention those things is just to give you an idea of how supportive people will likely be for your channel. This goes for everyone. Starting today as you're making new friends and continuing literally years, not just weeks and months, but years into the future. Blessed to Crochet is working on 1,600 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They've got some shorts on their channel here that have gotten into 10,000 views and beyond, and then live streams as well. They're live frequently. They've actually got one coming up today, so a few hours from now, 8 p.m. Eastern, we're going to see a brand new live stream from this creator. I guess it's been a while since I've caught them, so hopefully we'll catch that one tonight. But hopefully everybody is feeling welcome and already having a good time meeting new friends in the chat. I'd love it if everyone would connect with Blessed to Crochet, and of course we always put the notification bell on for every channel as well. I've got quite a few names on our wheel right now. We will spin that wheel. It will choose names. We'll put those names onto the screen over the course of the next 3 hours or so. Over the course of the stream, I'll also choose names out of the chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the next 3 hours as well, and we'll continue to do that for a long while. Lisa's got style. Good to see you in the house. Three Cheese and Me is back again. Create and Relate is here. We always put members and moderators onto this wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So Scratch and PPA, Michael's Adventures, Just Jason Keto, Canadian Family Life, and Kristen Welton are all at the top of the wheel as beloved and dedicated moderators. And then also Home Bartending with John Butler, Family Farm, and Mountains to Sea crew. We're all early in the door. Handicapped Travelers coming in, so we're going to put them on the wheel right away. And we will get around to spinning shortly. Stephanie A., good to see you in the house as well. Thank you for coming back in. And we got another channel here. I won't be able to read the name on that, but it's USA. If you want to let me know how I can pronounce your channel's name, I'll be happy to talk about it. And then, Jesse's Journal. I'm going to get it right eventually. Jessie Journals and Unboxes. She had the same name for about 4.5 years and just changed it, and I keep tripping over it, but she's been a dear friend for a long time. New Horizons Above and Beyond is here with us just about every day. Musgrave Family Farm is here. Ace Flaw 1 is Andy. He's been with me for about 5 years now, since before this channel even started. Surviving Together, good to see you in the house. I think they were live earlier today. Forgive me for not getting in there. I was already setting up for Superchat. Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. Good to see you in the house again for the second time. And then, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. No, it's funny, Jesse. I don't know if you find it funny. I find it funny that I keep tripping over it. Jesse Journals and Unboxes. And I see that Just Jason Keto also has a slightly more efficient name, which is interesting to see. And we talk about the idea of the names of our channels occasionally here. And one of the things that I do, I try not to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel. We all have to make our own right decisions. But the idea of naming a channel is not going to make a difference in the long term over the success of the channel. And the way I describe it is the idea of naming, your child, if you have one. You don't take a poll from everybody and search online and ask what's going to be the most successful name. I mean, you could, but I can't imagine most people do. You just name your child. Their name comes to have meaning over a lifetime. And the same thing goes for channels. What we also find is the channels that are the shortest and simplest to remember are the ones that they're easy to find. They struggle with the search results because there's so much competition. Whereas if your channel is unique and has a slightly less memorable name, it might take a moment for people to remember it, but they'll find it instantly, like Home Bartending with John. When we go through the search results there, we always search, find, and click on each other's names. And thank you for that. Yes, USA, Andy Backyard Trucker, thank you for that. And Jody, yeah, I should have realized this is a few times that you've been here, but thank you for that. And then, yeah, Jesse Journals and Unboxes. It is easier. I just get so used to some of the names. And I used to say a lot of times that the longer names were the easiest ones for me to remember. It's me, Alec. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. It's interesting also to see so many different members in the chat. And not that I want to solicit that kind of thing, but you notice the different colors of membership badges that they have. And I hope everybody likes those tulips that I put on there for spring. But we change those up occasionally. And obviously I copy the color scheme from what YouTube has in their default membership badges so that we can get an idea of how long people have been members. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because there's a lot of things that go unseen, and let's say we don't talk about them all the time, but things that I hope people subconsciously notice, like looking at some of these badges for people who've been members here for 3 years and beyond. That is going to happen for your channel as well. This goes for everyone if you choose to have monetization, which most of us do. And I hope that's inspirational to you in the smallest way, knowing that, we just keep on the journey, and as time goes on, more and more people support in different ways for a long period of time, far more than we probably imagined when we start. Foxy's friends, good to see you here. I know you're here at the beginning of the stream. And yes, the more wasn't mooring for Just Jason Keto. His name was Just Jason Keto and more up until a day or two ago. But yes, I contemplate changing names all the time as well. You know that Superchat Connect and Grow is a ridiculously long name, but that was done with intentions because nobody's going to understand what Superchat is if it's never been seen before. But by naming it so lengthy like that, it will catch the right people who are obviously those of us in the beginnings of our YouTube journey. Some of us have been at this for many years, but considering the idea that we might go on for 5, 10, even 20 years and longer, we can consider it the beginning, if that makes any sense. And Vima's Crochet, good to see you in the house. I got you on the wheel as well. Like I said, we always put members and moderators onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Today, we might have a special lineup, and thank you, Butler Family Farm. I've got you on the wheel. After Tuber Chat, we're going to do a 1-hour extra live stream on our copyright-free music channel. If you haven't already seen it, all the same music you hear in the background of Tuber Chat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. It's available on all major music platforms, but we also have a channel set up for that, and the music plays in a live stream where it's like a virtual nightclub. It's kind of fun. People filter in and out of there all the time. We got a video game going, so we do that for an hour after every Tuber Chat stream. And then today we might have a live performance from Emotion New Soul, who has also been a long-time dear friend. He's been with us from the beginning. He's also a beloved and dedicated moderator here. King Morgan, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Lisa's Got Styles, just been at YouTube for about 6 months. And yeah, so it's up to everybody to decide what they consider the beginning of their YouTube journey. I've been on for 8 years now, but I still consider myself to be in the beginnings, because I still have not built a channel to 100,000 yet, let's just say. And we're on our way there. There's bigger fish, or different fish to fry, is the right way of saying that. After we get past 10,000 and we're on the way towards 100 and beyond. So let's look at home bartending with John. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network, good to see you in the house. That's another longtime friend as well. And then, yeah, King Morgan's been here for many years. And then Lisa's Got Style. Yeah, we're going to talk about swapping playlists like I just mentioned in that clip there. And lots of people will be willing to do that. That's a big help when it comes to the idea of watch hours. But you'll get an idea of exactly how that's working as time goes on today. And then... oh, thank you. It's me, Alec. I'll have to have a look at that. Yes. If somebody's going to do an upgrade on a membership here in Superchat, then I will obviously start in the next stream when I have a look. But just keep in mind, sorry, it's me, Alec. Now, I don't want to solicit and I don't want to push. When it comes to silver memberships, what's going to happen is your channel's going to be featured in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, like the channels that you see right now. And Home Bartending with John is one of those creators. Link drops come for gold members, and that's another level. But again, pardon me, that's another level, and I don't want to really solicit that, but just for the sake of saying. So your channel will be seen in those slides, starting with the next stream. And then when we look at... Yeah, not it went that 100,000 yet. Well, and Kristen Welton, my love, of course, is obviously supporting what I had just mentioned. So it is a growth mindset, right? I hope everybody understands that you can literally almost trick your own mind. You lie to yourself a million times, you end up believing it, right? And it doesn't have to be a lie, but you know what I mean. We say, I haven't built a channel to 100,000 yet, but that's the plan. I have built one to well over 70,000. I think it hit 75,000 at one point. My personal channel has 10 right now. But the idea is I fully expect, as I did before I even started, to eventually build a channel to 100,000 subscribers. We'll see. Time will tell. 1 million is another story because it can take years, and we don't know what YouTube's going to look like or our lives are going to look like, 2, 3, 4 years from now and things like that. But, yeah, the growth mindset is always, if there's something you haven't done and you wish you've done it, you can always just say yet and get your mind into the... get into the frame of mind of positivity and reaching for the next milestone or goal, if that makes any sense. Off-Grid World, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I'm falling behind here a little bit. And then, something like that, 2 pineapples, yes. That's Lou. He laughs because he knows that I speak too fast and I trip over my words all the time. And I've been doing that a lot lately, actually. 2 Pineapples is featured in our interview series, by the way, and it's a series of videos that are now in a playlist and listed as a podcast on the Superchat channel. Each one goes anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long. They're extremely informative because, like 2 Pineapples, a few more of our friends joined me for that series as well. They have all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. 2 Pineapples runs a 24-hour live stream, by the way, but we learn about that in the series. TB's Life, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Forgive me for anything I'm missing in the chat. Home Bartending with John, like I said, is a silver member, and he has been here for what I'm thinking is about 4 years as well, 4.5. what he does on his channels, he's got two different one-of-a-kind channels in the Superchat family. They're both unique. This one is where he teaches us how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. We don't have to have a home bar set up quite as elaborate as what John's got here, but he shows us what it takes to keep a bar like his replenished and the tools we might need behind the bar to make some of our favorite cocktails. He also does a ton of product reviews on the channel. He does some comparisons between different beers, liquors, liqueurs, and he might do collections of cocktails as well. He might do low-calorie cocktails or non-alcoholic mocktails and give us a little bit of a list. When he does an individual recipe, he often gives us 2 or 3 variations. And then he's also taking requests on the channel. He's done a couple for me already, for which I'm grateful. So I hope everybody will check that out. Let me show you his other channel. The Pipe Guy. I should look at his shorts videos for a quick second here. You see that the shorts on this channel, one of them's got over 9,000 views, which is great to see. And then if I look at The Pipe Guy, which is his second unique, one-of-a-kind channel in the Superchat family, we see that he's bringing us industrial pipe lamps and industrial pipe art. I hadn't seen anything like this before. And then he's got a Star Wars themed video to get the channel started with. Musgrave Family Farm, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And absolutely, yes, off-grid world. When we stare at the numbers too much, it can be overwhelming and could drive us literally crazy. I hope everybody will look at their analytics as much as you can stand, but that will be enough no matter how much that is. And then when we focus on things like subscribers and views and everything else, we can get caught up worrying about these milestones. Whereas if you're going to be here for the long term, any number of years, you know you're going to hit all of the milestones you might be thinking about today. You'll hear that in the stories that I tell about different channels who've been with us for the last 4 or 5 years almost. Here, Don's channel, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And pardon me, Create and Relate just dropped a gifted membership. Thank you for that. We always put Superchatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment here. And did I spin already? No, yeah, for home bartending with John. So we're good. Create and Relate is coming up. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then, yeah, Mountains to Sea crew, it's a bit of a trade-off. But the funny thing is, you know, we think about things like our name and how much it matters today. But when you get, this is an example of the kind of thing that I mean when I say there's different fish to fry. Not necessarily bigger, but different. When you pass 10,000, start working on 100,000. And then there'll be different things to do when you're working on 1 million subscribers. But your name is going to be so ingrained in your strong, solid foundation of true supporters. By the time you get to 10,000 subscribers, it's not going to matter anymore. It will feel to you like everybody knows it. And people find channels in different ways on YouTube and from other social networks and everything else. And then Blessed to Crochet is our featured channel for today, so we looked at them at the beginning of the stream. Joe Fix It For You, good to see you here. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. When we look at Create and Relate, we see another creator who's here with us regularly, almost for every stream. They got 215 subscribers right now, so we'd like to push them on towards the 300 we know they must be thinking about. They've got a bit of information on their About section about the different things we're going to see on the channel, but they've been doing a lot of product reviews lately, for months, actually. And a lot of these can be very informative. A lot of them actually relate to everything that we're doing in our YouTube journeys as well. So it's worth going through a lot of this. I would say almost half of their videos involve things that could be either considered film gear or are actually film gear, between the cameras, the case for the SIM cards I keep talking about, even a Cricut machine for people who are thinking about making their own merchandise. And now we've got a lot of creators that are doing that kind of thing. You might be able to reach out to Create and Relate for that kind of thing as well. I've seen them making t-shirts now and stickers and a few other things. When we look at shorts on the channel, they've gotten into almost 1,000 on this one, but well over 1,300 on another, which is great to see. And then live streams. They've been doing these fairly frequently for a couple of weeks now. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of them. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other. And thank you again, Create and Relate, for that gifted membership. Like I said, we always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away when those things happen, and then we get back to spinning the wheel afterward. Ghost Boy Gaming's in the house. Nancy Perrin Ministries is a member, so I'm putting them on the wheel right away. We always put members and moderators onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Or Scratch and PPA, I could pretty much put on the wheel at any time of the day or week because he's here for every single stream, if you can imagine. Almost 800 times now he found us within the first couple of months of Tuber Chat and has been here for just about every stream since then, if you can imagine. Now, I know not everybody can be here every day, and certainly not for 3 hours every time we stream, so I do appreciate every moment, but once in a while I like to recognize channels that are here, frequently and care very much about the YouTube journey and those of us in the Tuber Chat family. Bell's Whisper Farmstead is one of those channels. They're here with us all the time. So is Rudy Fern with Rudy Fern with Autism Homestead. And then when we look at Scratch and PPA's channel, we see somebody who put an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching. This is a creator who has posted with perfect consistency for over 4 years. If you can imagine, he puts out one video a week generally. Those have come out every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern for over 4 years now. We're going to be saying 4.5 years pretty soon. Scratch and PPA pits 2 lottery tickets against each other and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, X, or Facebook. And of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. And presentation has always been at the forefront of Scratch and PPA's mind. You can see his bright, beautiful avatar is matched by content in his thumbnails. They also give us a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series. His banner's updated every single week, if you can imagine that, and his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production over 4.5 years ago now. So if you can catch us for one of his premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this here, faster than most others. He rivals those of Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, Jesse Journals and Unboxes, and many more. It is very fast paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. And we know that Scratch and PPA is working on 2,400 subscribers now, and he's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. This fellow Canadian has also expanded the content on his channel. Last year, he took a trip to Italy and brought us some vlogging-style shorts videos that showed us around all the different areas he visited while he was in Italy, and some Italian lottery tickets that we might not have otherwise seen as well. And then when we look at his live streams, we see that he brought us his very first live stream from Italy during that trip, and I know a lot of people will be hoping for more, and a lot of us are excited. Of course, the Scratch and PPA has expanded the content on the channel, so I hope everybody will connect with him, push him towards that 2,400 subscribers that we're thinking about. PK Adventure Travels, I've got you on the wheel. I saw you come in. And then Off-Grid World, I hope I haven't, I hope I said hello earlier, from British Columbia. Good to see you in the house. And hopefully I'm not missing anyone. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Oh, PK Adventure Travels is driving, yes. Yeah, it could be. I know it's tougher on a phone. The analytics the other day told us that maybe 2/3 of the people here in the Tuber Chat streams are on phones as opposed to computers. There's a few on televisions as well, but my imagination tells me that most people have more than one, or many people have more than one device going at a time to keep up with the stream while they connect with other creators. But everybody, of course, is free to jump in and out of this stream. That's what we're supposed to be doing. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. We'll just check in the chat and see if everybody's on the phone or the computer or a television or a tablet. I'm always on a computer, almost always. So if I'm on YouTube, I'm almost always on a computer. Only 1% of my time, so maybe 2 or 3, is spent on a phone. Because I work on a computer most of the time as well. And it is difficult to keep up and say hello. It was funny, actually, Florida Claimers Ted said that in in the Stock Explorers live stream yesterday. We were talking about the music stream. I can't help but laugh because he said he likes the music stream twice as much as he likes Tuber Chat, which is shocking for me to hear. But he's like, yeah, because it's so hard to say hello to everybody. You walk in the door, you got to say hello to like 15 different people, right? And sometimes even more. I know what that's like. And it can be tough. It's easy for me because, like I said, I'm on a computer, so I can rapid fire hellos to everybody. But I know what it's like when it's when you're on a phone and it's a little bit tougher to keep up. But again, I always say here in Tuber Chat, the best success comes from taking your time. Almost cherry picking your connections with other creators. Anybody can meet 8 to 10 new friends within an hour, for depending on the time you spend here, let's say. Lots of opportunity to meet lots of friends. You know, imagine that. Imagine coming into Tuber Chat, even only once a week. We're here 3 times, but even if you only made it once a week and you were able to stay for over 2 hours, you're talking 20 to 25 people a week, possibly. Right? 100 subscribers a month as a minimum just from this stream is possible. You don't want to connect too fast because you can lose a lot of those subscribers if we don't connect authentically. And in our video descriptions, our live stream descriptions here, it will describe the process exactly what we've been doing for 4.5 years so that you can make sure your connections with other creators stick. Nobody likes when we lose subscribers and things like that. Abandoned and Forgotten Whales, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming back in. And Kaz's Crafts and More from the UK is also here. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. We're looking at Vima's Crochet. So this is a channel I'm still getting to know. They've got a few videos that they've put out this week. I'm just going to grab the latest one from yesterday. I'm going to put that in that catch-up playlist that I talk about. That's a playlist I use to give me a chance to keep or get caught up with creators. I see, Heaven's Fire 18 in the house. I knew I was missing somebody. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now because they happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. When we look at Vima's Crochet, they're talking about crochet and crochet-related goodness. They will be learning how to crochet and making some beautiful memories, which is great to see. And yeah, you can see some of the beautiful things that they're making. Obviously an expert here. And let's look at the shorts videos on the channel as well. So lots of the things that they've made are featured here. And then when we go into the popular section, we see that one of these has passed 1,200 views, which is great. So hopefully everybody will connect with Vima's Crochet. They're fairly new in Tuber Chat, but I'm looking forward to getting to know the channel. We got lots and lots and lots of friends, either with channels that feature a bit of crochet, or we have some crocheting channels as well. That's a vibrant community, and we've seen channels like that over the last almost 5 years as well. And Yellow Shirt Dad, that's Gene. He brings us the joke of the day several times a week. Southern Belle Auctions, good to see you in the house. They have live bidding in their live bidding in their live streams, yes. And then let's spin the wheel, and we got another channel ready to go. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. The Stock Explorers here, I put them on the wheel, and Butler Family Farm will be happy to know that they're coming up. I think they're driving right now. And we'll see what they've got going on their channel. Butler Family Farm is another friend who's here just about every single stream, and they are growing rapidly. Jerry's let us know he's using the YouTube promotion system to push this channel really hard, but they're now over 60,000, as you can see. They'll be working on 70 soon. This is 116 acres of homesteading type content on a farm where Jerry and Susan together share the camera work here, and they bring us both into their home, out onto the farm. 116 acres again, tons of equipment, lots of livestock. They've got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, and bees now. And sometimes they're in the home, sometimes they'll bring us cooking videos, sometimes they'll take us on the road. They often take us around the property, both to look after the livestock, and then as well for all the different things they have to maintain and even repair on the farm. They even make their own tools when they need to. And then Butler Family Farm also features Jerry working in the shop. He does incredible woodworking. He was doing a massive giveaway the other day. It was his birthday on Wednesday, and he was giving away a handful of pens. You'll have to forgive me. I should have had mine beside me today, but I don't. When I moved my office, I packed everything into boxes and stuff, and I am one of those people who takes months and years to unpack boxes. So it's here, but it's not beside me. But he does an incredible job with pen and pencil sets. He makes those out of wood, if you can imagine. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that, and he generously sent one over for me. Follow the Bradley's Fun. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for anything I'm missing in the chat. I know I miss a lot, especially when I'm talking. Edna's World is in the house. I caught her for Wind Down Wednesday again. She is another one of the creators featured in our interview series. And this is where people like Two Pineapples, Edna's World, and a few other creators have shared their insight as to the things they know that we need to hear, where they've been with us for several years and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. Pretty soon we'll start playing clips, and I do that sporadically throughout the stream. We do it every, I don't know, half hour or so. And then Butler Family Farm as well. Let's have a look at some of the shorts over here. Jerry and Susan are going to introduce us to a lot of friends, and that could be both on the channel or when they head out for a lot of different meetups. They tend to live stream those. Sometimes they're just meeting a handful of friends. Sometimes they're meeting up to 80 channels worth of creators and supporters. So shorts over here have gotten into 10,000 and 12,000 views on many of them, and then one over 50,000 here. They've got live streams on the channel every single week, at least once as a minimum. So they've got a chance to get to know Jerry and Susan, and they host a lot of StreamYard panels. I've joined them a couple of times. When we dig through their channel, you'll see a lot of familiar faces there, but you'll be introduced to a lot of friends when you're there also. And this is what I mean about some of the meetups that they go to. And like I said, up to 80 channels sometimes worth of supporters are there for those, like the Mid-America meetup and things like that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. Obviously another over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then, yes, thank you. Follow the Bradley's Fun. He does an exceptional job in his live streams on his show, where he brings us a lot of travel and Disney-based content. PK Adventure Travel is another channel that does a really great job with ship tours when they think about cruising, room reviews, and even some cruise news. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And Henry Leslie, Vermont, I hope I said hello, I'm unsure. PK Adventure Travel's up on the screen right now. They've got a premiere coming up, and that's going to be in a couple of days, so it's great that they've set that in advance. I'm setting the notification. We always set notifications for everything we see, even though we have the notification bell on for every single channel. And that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. One of the things you'll notice notice is ever since episode 800, we've gotten back to featuring a channel at the beginning of every episode. Today's featured channel is Blessed to Crochet. PK Adventure Travels is going to be featured within the next few streams. I posted the next 4 today, so we've got like a good week and a half, almost 2 weeks worth of streams posted in advance. But if you look at the thumbnails, you'll notice that the featured creator is featured on the thumbnail now. So forgive me for not remembering which one or which day I've got you set up for, but PK Adventure Travels will be featured in the next few streams. So like I said, they do a really great job. This is a channel I was truly taken away with when I watched the very first video that I saw, because they did a thorough job of a ship tour. Now they do room reviews, they talk about cruising and other travel, they're going to talk about amenities, excursions, and things like that, all the different types of adventures we can enjoy within travel and cruising. But Ryan also has this series of cruise news ideas. Doesn't have to be cruising, but let's say travel news. But he does a great job with those, because some of the subjects, some of the stories that he talks about are pretty comedic, in my opinion. So he does a great job picking that. And I love to see people do fun things on their channel. You know, because somebody like myself, I'm not as fun as I would like to be. And I know anybody would say, oh no, but Kevin, you're fun, don't worry about it. But actually, when I write, when I speak and everything else, it usually sounds like a textbook. So I strive to do things that are more fun. But this kind of thing comes naturally to Ryan, and you'll find that when you go and watch those. So I hope everybody will go and check out one of these news stories. They're perfect to connect with. Most of these are just a few minutes long, like the last one that was put up. And then, like I said, they got a premiere coming up. They got shorts on their channel as well, getting into 10,000, 12,000 views. And then they've got live streams on the channel as well. They set these up weekly, and they put them out in advance, which I recommend always for everybody. I already have notifications on for the next 6, so they're already set up to the end of next month, which is great to see. Hopefully I'll catch you for the next one. Luckily I caught them the other day. And again, we've always got notifications on for every single channel. And then hopefully everybody will help push PK Adventure Travels towards the 1,100 subscribers we know they're thinking about. Angel Light Over Darkness 33, good to see you in the house. That's a dear friend who's been with me for about 5 years. I've got you on the wheel. The Parent Family USA, thank you for coming in. And forgive me because I keep forgetting that you've got 2 channels. I'm going to try to remember that, try to remember the names of them so that when one of them comes up, I can display both. But feel free to remind me with a nudge as soon as I mention your name if your channel, when it's time for your channel to come up. Like I said, I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours every time we stream. And then Abandoned and Forgotten Whales, thank you so much as well for gaining that membership now. And I put you on the wheel right away because we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So let's take a break for a few minutes. We'll give my voice a rest, and we'll go get a drink and do the things that we need to do. And then right before that, I'll play a clip from our interview series. So Southern Belle Auctions is just asking, how do I choose the featured channels? Which is a great question, and I'm glad you asked, so thank you. Basically, it comes down not just to members and super chatters. That kind of thing is always considered, but it really comes down to who is here most often and who do I see supporting other people most often. So it's not just about being in Tuber Chat, engaging in the chat and saying nice things to me and everything else. It has to do with things that I see in the community, truly having impact on this community, because that's what helps it grow. So Southern Belle Auctions has been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for as long as I can remember already, so they'll likely be featured not too long from now. I feature a different channel every single day, and some of it has to do with history. So when I go through the different lists that I keep, because I keep statistics for everything on Tuber Chat. I know every channel that's ever been in every stream, with almost no exception. And that's over 800 times now, if you can imagine. Spreadsheets like you wouldn't believe. But also Super Chatters and memberships. And one of these days I'll talk about the ways that you can get third-party systems to help you with that. So for instance, there's a website out there, and I'll just talk about it for a quick second here. IFTTT. And it stands for if this, then that. And what that means, it's almost could be like related to computer programming and things like that. If this happens, then please do that, is the idea. And that's what the software will do for you. You go here and you can make, I wonder if I'm logged in here. Yeah, I am. So what you can do is you can see I've turned off super stickers on Superchat because they don't always register with some of the other systems from Streamlabs and everything. And in my opinion, a super sticker and a super chat are the same thing. But what you can do is go over here and for free, you can set up a couple of almost notification type ideas where every time you get a super chat from a creator, this website and program, if you want to put it that way, will add their name and super chat and everything else into a spreadsheet on Google Sheets for you automatically in the background. Same thing for memberships. It doesn't do it for gifted memberships, but it does it for actual members and things like that, which is really cool. So this can help you. So this is something I almost never have to do anything with it. You know, I look at it once every 3 months just to make sure it's still working. But every time I go into my Google Drive, I just look, the lists are there. So I get to see. I'll show you an example of something else here from Streamlabs as well. This is where I keep track of how active everybody is in every stream here. So this is in Streamlabs, part of the CloudBot, something very similar to Nightbot that you see in the chat, but it keeps these statistics and it shows you not just how long everybody's here, it has some arbitrary calculation for figuring out how active people are. You see Just Jason Keto's been very active in the chat, along with, of course, Scratch and PPA, Kristen Welton, Michael's Adventures, Mountains to Sea Crew, all the usual suspects, right? And then when we dig through the list, it gives us an order. I copy this list after every single stream, yes, 800 times, and put it into Google Sheets. So when I'm picking channels to be featured, I can go through and it comes down to our email list, which you can sign up for. It's just at tuberchat.com. Or channels that have been, and it's not just, pardon me, not just when you sign up for the email list, but if you're also very active and I run into you out supporting other creators. I could be looking at comments. I could be in other people's live streams or premieres. We run into each other all the time. This is how I determine that. So I know it's a very lengthy, drawn-out answer to your question, but I wanted to show these couple of tricks as well so you guys can understand some of the helpful platforms that are out there, if that makes any sense. Third-party websites and whatnot. Silent Silver, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then, yeah, so it's a great thing to have said. I just lost it, too. I think it was create and relate. Yes, spend more time in other people's lives and thinking about watch hours, at least 10 times more than your own. And that's always great to hear. Because often here, in every stream, I will talk about the idea that when we give much more than we expect to receive, and there's a hint in there, right? Much more than we expect to receive from others, then we get everything that we want. You hear that in the stories that I tell, and I know Create and Relate is going through that right now. Life with Lucia and Glenn, good to see you in the house. I am Betty J. Gathers, as a beloved and dedicated moderator and member here. I did say we're going to take a break, so we'll do that right now. We're going to play a clip from that interview series that I was talking about. And again, these are creators who've been with us for many years, and they give us a lot of insight, knowing exactly what we need to hear. They have all long passed their 10,000 subscribers, and every one of the interviews is very informative. 4 episodes are already published. 2 more are somewhat on the way. One's been filmed, the other one has yet to be filmed. And I'm just scanning the chat to hopefully make sure I haven't missed anybody. And let's go for that break. We'll come back with Heaven's Fire 18. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course. But I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, what I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight, and the 0 to, I think it was 82, was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at the 4,000, when you're at 4,000 subscribers, aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start or jump into a conversation like that, instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
So just before we go on that break, I just want to address a question. Thank you, Create and Relate. It is a great question asked. Do I have any opinion or understanding whether posting live streams on the same channel as videos and shorts messes up impressions? So my opinion is that for most people, it's going to make sense to just have one channel and pile everything in there. The best way to start a YouTube channel is to have a niche or category in mind. So somebody like Scratch and Pete PA put a lot of contemplation into what he was going to do before he did it. Somebody like Just Jason Keto and More, or somebody like Jesse Journals and Unboxes. Jason I think he's been pretty much focused the whole time. He puts in the tiniest bit of variety. Like he does keto-based meal ideas and product reviews and information. But if he goes for a trip to Niagara Falls, he'll go outside and film for us or somewhere else, right? Jessie Journals and Unboxes is a channel that has evolved. She has done a lot of unboxing videos with a lot of variety, but has become more focused on journals and collages and crafting in general over the longest period of time. 4.5 years I've known her now. These are just examples, but if you don't already have a category or niche and say, I'm just going to do one thing and that's all I want to do, there's nothing wrong with having a variety channel. I have run several of them. My personal channel's a variety channel and this and that. So in either case, I recommend that everybody keep everything on one channel, and that means live streams, videos, and shorts, because more activity is more activity. YouTube likes when we're very active and putting content on the platform. They just don't want us flooding it with nonsense, and the same repetitive content over and over and over again, let's just say. So Rambling with the Brooms, who's one of the moderators here and a dear friend, came up with a perfect way to say this a while ago. He has experimented a lot, as a lot of our friends have, as a lot of our moderators have, and he says when he streams twice a week, puts out 2 shorts a week and 2 videos a week, his channel moves faster than any other time. Now, we all have to do what we can do, and if you can get to a point of posting that much, that's great. But my opinion is always, everything should go on one channel, unless you have something specific in mind. Our friends on Stable TV broke off into a shorts channel. They believe that's the right decision at the time, but I also noticed they started putting some shorts back on their original channel over the last 6 months or so. So, the good thing about YouTube is we could change our mind a million times. You can always put videos up and then delete them. You can always film and not use it, or you can always move things around. Take videos off a channel, put them on another channel, although I don't recommend doing too much of that, right? But you can. I just would recommend putting a lot of thought into what everybody's going to do before they do it. But yeah, one channel featuring live streams, videos, and shorts, in my opinion, is the best way to go. And again, it just comes down to more activity is more activity. And I know I draw out all my answers, but hopefully that's helpful. We'll still go on that break. We'll come back and talk about Heaven's Fire 18. And if anybody has something they want to add, I'm sure Create and Relate will appreciate it. And, I don't want, just for the sake of saying, I don't want to make it seem like I think I know everything. I certainly don't. Like, fine, I've been here for 8 years, but I learn every day from creators with channels of all sizes. And the idea is for us to share information here and then discuss it, add it to what we already know and what we're going to continue to learn, so that we can all continue to make better decisions for our channels and our videos, myself included. I've had every thought that everybody has. We all have a lot of the same thoughts. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I have changed it? Should I not have started? Should I start over? Should I change my channel? And all that stuff, right? The only other thing that I would recommend for everybody is when you have negative thoughts like, oh, I don't know, maybe I should shut my channel down, start another one, just please do it tomorrow, not today. Because you can always quit tomorrow is the way that people put that saying. And I don't want anybody to quit here, right? Breaks are okay if you need them. We don't recommend it, but you can. But the idea is if you're going to make a decision that's really impactful, then please put a lot of consideration into it. Almost every single time in the last 8 years that I've been here, when somebody deletes their channel or changes it or anything else or quits YouTube, they're back 2 weeks later and say, I wish I didn't delete everything. Almost every time. Cooking and Vibing with T, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So we're going to look at your channel right after Heaven's Fire 18 when we come back from the break that we're going to go on right now. Crafting Enthusiast is here. Forgive me, everybody. I know I'm doing things out of order, but I just want to make sure we're caught up. All our ducks are in a row. And we'll try to move a little bit faster for the rest of the stream. We still got 2 hours to go. And then we'll do a music stream for an hour, which is a lot more relaxed and a lot of fun. And then, I've made as many mistakes as everybody, too, or more. Scratch and PPA catches them here, but no, Tuber Chat won't quit. I was aiming for over 1,000 episodes before I even started. I still insist that we will get there. And I don't know what we'll do after that. Maybe we'll just continue what we're doing. I hope to start putting videos out, so we'll see. And Heaven's Fire 18 is going to be posting again soon, which is great. Okay, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Let's just go for 3.5 minutes. We'll come right back. We're just about back, and thank you Heavens Fire 18 for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that kind of thing many times before, and usually I would say we put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, but we're already planning on looking at their channel, so thank you for that. When we look at Heavens Fire 18, they've let us know they expect to start posting content again soon. In the meantime, they'll give us some information on their About section about what to expect on the channel. They got lots of furry friends here, and they talk about that as well. And otherwise, a lot of variety. Shorts on the channel is more of the same. A bit of outdoor content, a lot of indoor content here. One of these is almost at 1,000 views. Another one almost at 2,000, which is great to see. And then some live streams as well. They've done quite a few of these, but it's been about a month, so hopefully they'll bring those back as well. We've got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. And then, Canadian Family Life is still in the house. I remove names from the wheel over the course of the stream, just from creators that we haven't seen in a while, but I'll always add members and moderators back onto the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat again. Cooking and Vibing with Tea is coming up.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
Just looking back through the chat here for a second. What did I miss from Henry Leslie, Vermont? Crafting Enthusiast, thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. We'll look at Crafting Enthusiast in another moment. Cooking and Vibing with Tea did the same thing. So, like I said, we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Oh, goodness. Pardon me for... Oh, the goal. I'll talk about that in a second. Thank you, Southern Bell Auctions. I just caught that. And then, Henry Leslie, Vermont. Forgive me if I missed anything that you meant for me. I just noticed your last statement in the chat there. Often I get behind in the chat, and then when I go to look over it, I miss the context, realizing people are talking to each other. Emotion New Soul, good to see you in the house. They're here as a beloved and dedicated moderator and member. And I'm still curious if we're going to raid you after. Just please let me know if you're going to do your live stream after. Today was the day if you were going to do it. And it will be at 6 p.m. Eastern. I moved things around. I sent you an Instagram message just so you know. So Southern Bell Auctions is asking about the goal and whether it actually helps. So in my opinion, yes, it actually helps, but with a specific strategy. So I'll tell you exactly how I use it in the spirit of transparency. So setting up a goal, I've already set it up. And if you don't have a goal set up, then nobody else will see this on your live stream. It's not available on every single channel, although it seems to be on about 99% of them. But what you can do is go here and you can set a goal for super chats on your channel if you want to. The idea is you're supposed to do something fun for everybody if you hit the goal, where I already told everybody I'm a lot less fun than everybody, so I get away with that as an excuse. But when we set a goal, what you can do is say that you want either 1 super chat or 5 or 10 or 20 or 50. There's a few options there, right? Then you can set the levels. So you can imagine that a huge channel with millions of subscribers might say, okay, I'm only going to count $100 super chats or $50 super chats, but you can include all of them. So far on Tuber Chat, I've been including every level, 99 cents right up to $500, when we set the goals. My recommendation comes down to this, and I'll show you how it actually helps, right? If your channel is one that does not generally get super chats yet, I would just set it to 1, because I promise you're going to be happy when you start getting a super chat in every single stream, right? Once you get to 1, 2, or 3, I would set the goal to 5. Because the idea is not, I wish I had 20 super chats, so I'm going to put it on, the goal on 20 and hope that I get it. It may be unrealistic in the very beginning. The idea is to stretch, right? So if you're already getting 2 or 3, it's reasonable to say you might start getting 4 or 5. And when you start getting close to the goal, it's becoming a lot more known by everybody that that feature exists. So there are people who will help you. Literally, we saw, I don't know if it was the last stream or the stream before that, and somebody dropped a super chat and they literally said, towards the goal. They understand exactly what they're doing, right? And this is going to become more and more and more. The more people who are using it, the more people who are doing it, the better it is for everybody, because people are going to become a lot more aware of it, right? And that's my recommendation, but it absolutely does help. So Tuber Chat, everybody can see this channel's been doing fine for a long time. That's why I turned the ads off of the live streams and everything else. And I do appreciate the support, even though I try not to solicit super chats and memberships. It's absolutely unnecessary. But, we have a lot of friends who've been doing that, and I'm grateful. There's lots of ways to support channels without super chats and memberships. You can share for everybody. It's a very big thing, especially on outside social networks. The likes matter, the views matter, the comments matter. We all know this. And time spent in live streams and premieres, of course, right? But if you're going to use the goal as a feature, like I said, if you use it to try to stretch things out, Tuber Chat does not always get 10 super chats in every stream, but it does happen often. So by setting the goal at 10 and waiting until the first half hour has passed, that's another key. You can see that works for this channel. You have to decide what's going to work for your own channel. You can see how now we're stretching. So the average number of super chats, let's say in a Tuber Chat live stream, is now larger than it was before that goal feature existed. So it absolutely works, at least on this channel, and I bet it would work on almost every channel. Pardon me, in my opinion, based on that strategy. Anybody might have better ideas than I do for how to maximize it or make it most efficient, but this is working so far. And then no jackpot, no problem. Good to see you here, Monkey Man Productions. Good to have you in the house. Lawless World TV, I saw you come in as well. And then forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. I'm just going to catch up for a second. Oh, my green screen thing is I got a bit of a headache with this system here. So you see this square in the top corner of my screen? The problem with this, it's actually the door that goes on my desk. I have one of those desks that's got the hutch with the doors above it, and this I can't get out of the way of the camera. My camera is I have two in front of me here. But I have these, what do we call these? The Logitech. One of them's a Brio, and the other one is a C270. So I don't know how well you can see this, but you see how they bend up and down? It just hangs off the monitor, right? So I was using a Razer Kaio, but the Razer Kaio, as much as I love it, does not fit with the desk setup that I have now. It was different when I was using my office. It's different when I use my other setup at another location where I can use those Razer Kaio cameras, and I do love them. This is why also the camera is so much closer to me. I have the camera as far away from me as it can go, but it's still too high. And you can see if I move it slightly, I'm going to try not to ruin everything, but see that reflection? That's actually the shelf of the hutch that I'm talking about, and it's just reflecting because of the light and everything like that. My green screen is portable. So if I show this to you, if I move this out of the way, you start to see we've got like a spare room here. There's a refrigerator behind me, if you can see that. And this portable green screen, which I reviewed on my personal channel, by the way, has lasted all of this time. Kristen got this for me, I think, in the first year of Tuber Chat, so it's been used hundreds of times. I don't know if that makes sense. And then if you're talking about the Terminator thing, there was a lot of like glow on my head, let's say, when we were starting with the, oh, pardon me, green screen system and everything else, it depends on the lighting. So I know it's hard to imagine if I'm not showing you a behind the scenes look, but I actually have two lights way above me here. If I put my hands like this, that's why they get so bright when I push them back, because I got lights shining down, if you can imagine. Plus the light on in the room, plus there's light outdoors because it's daytime, but the lighting changes all the time. And I haven't done a good job of making the lighting. I don't need to look beautiful, for this live stream and everything like that. But that system and the problem I was having with the green screen comes down to, if I use my Streamlabs desktop here, which is very similar to OBS, and I use my Logitech C720, I said 270, but it's 720, and I double click on this, you can see it's actually upside down, and I've set the transform properly. And then if I right click and I go on filters, it's going to give me some different filters like chroma key. So when we talk about the idea of green screens, there's a special color of green that is standard. Technology's gotten better. Most of us can use just about anything green. If you're going to use a green screen, you just don't wear anything green, obviously, right? But it has settings here. So if I change this setting of similarity, and I know my head is upside down, but just for the demonstration here, you see how things are changing and it's not working properly? And then if I go too far, there's that Terminator look that I was talking about. You see how half my face is like, transforming there? So we got to find a setting that we like, and there's lots of other settings you can adjust, but this is how you handle that situation, if just in case that was what you're mentioning. And forgive me, I know I'm dragging these answers on today, but I just want to make sure I'm covering all the bases, if that makes sense. And I appreciate everybody's patience too. So I believe Abandoned and Forgotten Whales, I know people have different opinions about memberships and everything like that, but whatever opinion we have in our own mind doesn't make it right. You know what I mean? There's a lot of other ways of thinking about things, and it's just like political debates and everything else, right? People can watch the same TV show, hear the same news story, and have two completely different ideas about what they just saw and heard. Both of them are right. That's the thing. I recommend every channel have memberships available, because there are some people who just want to support you that way and may not even care about the emojis and the perks and things like that. And I'll show you an example. So how do I share the love back when people here in the Superchat streams are getting memberships and super chatting and this and that? Much of that, not all, but much of that goes back into the community. I have memberships on all of my regular moderators, like the ones who are here. There's like now 11, 12, or 13 moderators that are here all the time. I have memberships on all of their channels. I may not have set up I Am Betty J Gathers yet, so forgive me for that if I'm mistaken. But otherwise, I have memberships on all of my members' channels, or moderators' channels, but I have no memberships on any other channels. And the reason why is because some of us get into the whole, like, are people going to get upset? I have a membership on this person's channel, but not that person's channel. I support him. He should get a membership with me. Why does he have a membership with them? The other thing we have to remember is not everybody has an unlimited budget, right? We can't all get memberships on every single channel. That's ridiculous. And what often will happen is people will get a membership on a channel for a couple of months, and then they'll cancel it, not because they don't like the creator, but because they want to give that $5 or $10 or whatever it is to another creator. These are just ways of thinking about it. And even while I'm saying it, I'm not saying I'm right, even though I think I am, but you know what I mean. There's a million ways to think about this, and I hope nobody gets too caught up in memberships. Please don't let that get to you when people come and go. When I'm on other channels, I super chat, and it's all different amounts. It's whatever I can, or whatever's going on. If it's somebody's birthday, I often try to get in there and drop something. Creators who I know are supporting all the time, creators who I see dropping super chats on other channels, and this and that, right? So it's just a mentality. And I know I'm dragging out this answer again, but there's so much to say when it comes to this, right? when we think about the idea of memberships, my recommendation is that every creator should have them, because somebody like me, there's lots of people who probably think the way I do. They're not going to worry about the perks. They're not going to worry about the emojis. Some people might get a membership because of the perks. Lots of creators do giveaways and extra bonuses and mail you things and all that. Somebody like me, it doesn't matter to me what my moderators offer as perks. I'm getting memberships with them, because if that's all I can do for the extreme generous effort that they put into Superchat, these streams, and the support that they give to me, at least I know every month there's something there. You know what I mean? And never to be forgotten, let's just say. So I consider that before I add a moderator too, right? Because you think about, like, how many memberships are you going to be able to keep up with? You don't want to keep having them come and go if you can avoid it, let's just say. So I know that's a drawn out answer again, but I do love talking about this stuff too. So forgive me. Oh, thank you, Kristen Walton. I wasn't sure if she was coming back in. She is busy all the time also. Let me get my windows out of here, and we're going to get back to looking at channels in a quick second here. Crafting Enthusiast is coming up because they dropped a super chat, and so did Cooking and Vibing with Tea, so that's why we're looking at them right now. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Now, please forgive me. I missed, I'm sure, much in the chat, but if anybody needs me to elaborate on anything, just please let me know. I missed a few things in the chat here. I've talked so much, we might have to do another break already. Okay, sorted out the missing part of my head. Yeah, so hopefully that helps. But Create and Relate, I'm happy to talk about that more at another time. Abandoned and Forgotten Whales, thank you for asking, because I do love talking about this stuff, and I hope that some of the things that I say will help everybody get a little bit more out of their channels. I know a lot of us are thinking about monetization, and I mean that too. I want everybody to get what they want out of YouTube, but if I can help maximize, that would be, like, you know, what I wish for everybody, right? Is I also come from a marketing background. I've been on social media from the beginning. Again, I don't want to pretend I know everything, but marketing is the one thing that comes naturally to me, and statistics. So when it comes to the idea of increasing, you know, if your channel is making $100 a month and you want to make $200 a month, I can help you with that. And the idea of monetization is much different than views and subscribers and everything else. It doesn't matter how many subscribers and views and things like that you have. If the goal is a certain amount of money per month, I can help you with that, because I promise you, there are channels out there, for instance, with, let's say, about 5,000 subscribers that are making 10 times more than channels that are 4 or 5 times their size. But it depends on strategy, and it depends on, depends on strategy, tactics, and other ideas. Catching up with the chat right now. Forgive me, Butler Family Farm. I know I missed a couple things. No jackpot, no problem. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. And we're going to look at that channel right after Crafting Enthusiast. And then, yeah, Butler Family Farm's been a member for 25 months. My goodness. Yeah, so they do. Southern Bell Auctions. The other thing we have to remember is, especially with gifted memberships, not everybody can or will get memberships, or can or will super chat and things like that. So a lot of times people will get a gifted membership, but they're not in a position to be able to afford a membership afterwards. So if somebody, like, let's say, gifts 5 memberships on your channel, I know that can be exciting. You could bet that maybe one of them might stay, but not all 5 a lot of the time. Super Chat's numbers go up and down all the time. But again, you don't want to let that get too far into your mind. The goal, if the goal is monetization and a dollar amount, The idea is just to try to make everything as efficient as possible to have that number grow. But members are going to go up and down. Super chats are going to go up and down. Some of it depends on time of the month, right? A lot of, we all get YouTube AdSense payouts at the same time every month. So you will probably find that super chats and memberships and everything else will be heavier after people have gotten their YouTube money than the week before, let's just say. Or December is a spectacularly big month because people have the Christmas spirit. There's a lot of giving. It's very exciting. And more always equals more, let's just say. Sometimes in the summer. And I'm in a climate that has all 4 seasons. But it goes all across YouTube regardless, right? Because people in the northern and southern climates are indoors and outdoors at different times of the year, whereas somebody closer to the equator might just, be doing the same thing all year round. I'm not saying I'm right. That's my imagination that time. Big Boy Snacks Johnny TV, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And then thank you, Create and Relate, for the highlighted milestone message as well. Oh, Butler Family Farm took over the Stream Boss position. That's what I was missing there. If you look under my camera, that video game life meter is called the Stream Boss. It's a feature that comes with Streamlabs desktop, but there's a few different things like that out there. Every Super Chat, membership, and highlighted milestone message knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss, and then the last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure, and that's Butler Family Farm, and they've done that many times before. And the hint there is that highlighted milestone messages count. You get one of those every month on every channel where you have a membership if the creator has them enabled. But I have them enabled here, so it's a cool thing. It helps a lot of people to take over that Stream Boss position without having to make a contribution every single time. Jackie 7 Sims, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I was falling behind there. Okay, usually we don't do this. I got to take another break for a second here. Let's go for 3.5 minutes. Maybe I'll play a clip again from our interview series. Edna's World was here earlier. We'll play hers. We'll come back in 3.5 minutes, and then we'll talk about cooking and vibing with tea.
So, Edna, thank you for all of this. You mentioned comments earlier quickly, and that's one of the things that comes up in every interview. Of course, we're going to talk about likes, views, subs, and everything else, but comments are a very important part of our interaction with our audience. So what can you tell us in your experience of 8 years now about how to entice more comments on your video shorts and streams?
I can't remember who told me this, but years ago somebody told me, I think I was watching like somebody that I always watched, and one of the things that they said to grow your channel was to always give your audience a job to do.
Okay.
Always give them a call to action, because that's going to keep the people engaged. So if I'm talking about cruising, and then you just kind of have to know how to just ease it into your sentence. So it's like, thanks for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. But then also, if I'm talking about a specific thing, like the slot pool, I'll say, have you ever participated in a slot pool? Leave a comment, let me know. And say that. And it's like you're just saying it so naturally that people aren't even realizing that you're making them be engaged, because now they want to tell you their experience.
Yes.
The slot pool. If I'm doing regular life vlogs, like I'm notorious for not liking to try new things. Okay, so everybody's always trying to make me eat new foods, and I'm like, have you ever eaten this? What you put, we have a big debate about grits. I don't know if you eat grits. Does sugar go on grits, sugar or salt? So that's always, give people something to talk about, and they'll have to, give you their experience. Another thing is to sort of have like an intro and an outro.
Okay.
If I'm doing a live stream or whatever, it's just like, hey guys, come in. If I'm doing a video, it's, hey guys, happy whatever day it is. Happy Tuesday. welcome back. If I'm doing a sit down video, then I say, hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for clicking this video. Because I feel like a sit down is so much different than a vlog. With
Certainly.
the vlog is like me talking to my friends. Hey y'all, this is where we're going to Target today. Let's walk around Target. But if I'm sitting down, that means I'm doing something real specific. I'm only talking about what the topic is. So Thank you for clicking this video, because you have an interest in this particular topic.
Pardon me, I had my mic unmuted there for a second, or on mute. So, usually we take a 3-minute break after those clips, but it's okay. We'll come right back because I know I've been talking a lot today, and I do appreciate the questions, though, because it helps us make these streams a little more informative. I don't get to talk about this stuff all the time. And then we'll get right back to channels. So Cooking and Vibing with T, along with Crafting Enthusiast and No Jackpot, No Problem, they all drop super chats. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. So when we look at the wheel, I often remove names based on whether or not we've seen some of our friends before. I think I took off a couple that I shouldn't have. Butler Family Farm we saw earlier. Canadian Family Life is probably still here. And then I am Betty J. Gathers. Let me know if you're still here as well. Cooking and Vibing with T. I usually go right to the videos page on the channel, but this thumbnail got me right away. My dear goodness. Strawberry cheesecake bars. Insanely delicious, they say, but also an inexpensive treat. So I actually want to see this video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up. I like cheesecake. I like strawberry. I like all fruit, but I like strawberry. And that thing looks unbelievably delicious. So I got to see what they did there. Look at the thumbnails on this. Lots of delicious looking food. I could use a sandwich like that too. Look at the all the different delicious things that they've got on this channel. I'm going to take the latest video. I'll put that in my catch-up list as well. That's to help me keep and get caught up with creators. It's been a while. I can see I'm behind here. Shorts on their channel also have gotten into 9,000 and 10,000 views now, which is great to see. And more delicious content on this channel. So hopefully everybody will connect with Cooking and Vibing with T. They've been longtime friends. They've been with us for years as well. And well over 3,100 subscribers now. So we'd love to push them towards the 3,200 they're going to be thinking about. And thank you again for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And Crafting Enthusiast is coming up for the same reason now.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
So Crafting Enthusiast is somebody who's been with us for a couple months now, but this is a channel I'm still getting to know. I've seen them do what I believe was some diamond painting, and I always get confused, but then I figure out, yes, that's what it was. Let me grab the latest video that they've got here, because this might be something a little bit different. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, and that'll give me another chance to watch a piece of content. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels over weeks and months by watching videos, hanging out in premieres, and live streams. I get to know the content. And then let's look at shorts on this channel as well. These have gotten now into 70 views and beyond, so hopefully they'll continue to post, and those will pretty soon be hitting 100. You'll find as well that I often mention the idea of shorts videos where they usually get a pump of views and then they kind of stop or slow down. Almost always, not always, but almost always. Sometimes they get a second pump of views and then they stop, and that's about the end of it. But once in a while, you can have a short that continues on. I have one right now. I got a notification. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it up on my phone because I don't usually use the phone. But YouTube Studio, I got this notification that says, hey, one of your shorts videos is still flying. And it had to do with a television that I reviewed, one of those Roku TVs. Yeah, I won't be able to find it now, the exact notification that I got, and forgive me for that. But there was a shorts video where all I did was show, I think, how to add the YouTube app to a Roku TV, and that short video is still getting views now, and it is, continuing to grow, if we want to put it that way. And it was nice to get a notification like that because I was not expecting it. So it's this one here. I'll show you the, can I see the analytics here? Yeah, so this is what I saw this morning. I know the green screen's making it tough to see, but if you can see that jump on the screen there, I'll just move it a little bit, maybe you can see that, where this shorts video has now gotten 10,000 views. It's been up for 733 days. So 2 years that shorts video has been there, and just a couple of months ago it started to take off. My guess is right before Christmas, because people are looking at buying TVs and things like that. But that can happen, so very exciting, obviously. But I wanted to share that because, anything inspirational will be helpful. Some of us have videos that have done that, where the videos just keep going and going and going, which is great to see. And I promise you, many videos on many channels have surpassed all of our wildest dreams when we started. So that's going to continue for a lot of people as well. Crafting Enthusiast is working on 800 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They got quite a bit of information on their About section, a bit of history here and talking about what they're doing. And then this creator's name is Autumn. Forgive me, I didn't realize that before. This has probably been in front of me 4 or 5 times now. But this is Autumn from Crafting Enthusiast. And hopefully everybody will connect with them. And then No Jackpot, No Problem is coming up for the same reason. So thank you both for the super chats along with Cooking and Vibing with Tea. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I often say, absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. It certainly is. And then No Jackpot, No Problem we're going to see for the first time.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
And Super Rainbow Queen, good to see you here. And then Jory Stay True Gaming is in the house. We've known Jory a long time. He's changed his name a few times. Anfield Road Layout in the Loft is still here. Alucard has come in. Thank you for being here. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. And then Abandoned and Forgotten Whales says, if a short is if you have a shorts video on your channel and it's related to one of your longer videos, you can link to it, and I absolutely did that with that one. So there's a bit of a hint too. Whether it mattered or not, I'm unsure. I'll have to look into the analytics. I don't even know if we can decipher that specific idea. But yes, I did a review of a Roku TV. Most of us know what Roku TV is, but it's like Amazon or Apple TV and this and that, but it's built into the TV. And I love it. I love Roku TV. I got a couple of them now. But I also did a short showing what I believe was how to add YouTube to the front. I can't remember if I was talking about changing passwords on it or putting the YouTube app on the Roku TV. It was one or the other. I can't remember what the content of the short is. And but I did link it in the background to the long form video. So maybe that has to do with it, because YouTube likes when we use YouTube stuff, right? They give us a lot of opportunity to fill in the blanks in the background. If we fill in those blanks, they're probably going to push us. And there you go. Henry Leslie Vermont has a video near 30,000. No idea why. If you have a look at the analytics, it might tell a story. There might be some kind of insight there, maybe something specific. A lot of times the title and thumbnail have to do with that. Somebody like Henry Leslie Vermont puts out similar content a lot of the time. So it might just come down to like a accidentally great thumbnail, or not accidentally. you know, but the analytics will tell the story if that makes sense. No Jackpot, No Problem is up on the screen right now, and they have hit their 1,000 subscribers, which is great to see. Now, this is a channel we will still have to get to know. I believe they're here for the first time. And forgive me if I'm wrong about that. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And thank you again for your super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Kaiser Gaming YT is doing the same thing now. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So we're going to have a look at them right now, and then we're going to think about spinning the wheel afterwards.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
Day One Walks is in the house. I've actually got them set to be a featured channel in the coming streams as well. I posted the next few streams. There should be about 5 of them ready to go for the next week and a half or 2 weeks. And we're featuring a channel at the beginning of every stream now. So Day One Walks will be featured. They've been featured before. That's Day One Adventures with a new second channel, actually. And then Kaiser Gaming YT is a longtime friend. You recognize this creator right here as Chris's Clever Craft, and he's doing something really interesting on this channel. So he's posting frequently. I'm going to take a really long video here and put this into my catch-up list. He's already monetized, but it's great to keep the monetization hours up, of course. So I'll put the long video into my catch-up list here. A lot of Fortnite he's playing now. He's mixed up the games a little bit here, but obviously a gaming channel. He works on this every single day. He's got shorts over here. Some of these have started to move into 10,000 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. So he's live every day, but what he does is 2 different live streams. Yes, you could do 2 live streams at the same time on a channel. Forgive me, there's one thing I don't know, is whether you have to have 1,000 subscribers or not. Could be after 500. The YouTube lets us know that they hold some features until you have 1,000, but I've even found that that isn't always correct. You're supposed to have 1,000 subscribers before you can do true rating, like a live redirect. But our music channel is at 900 subscribers, and we have the ability to raid. So that's great to see. Kaiser Gaming YT is doing 2 live streams every day on the channel, one in horizontal mode and one in vertical mode, which is really cool. Excuse me, because we know not everybody likes both. And it looks like yesterday's stream did really, really well while he was playing Skyrim. So that's great to see as well. And then Alex and Alex Wandering, good to see you in the house. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I feel like I missed another channel coming into the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Let me show you Chris's Clever Crafts channel, because he's been going live lately. Again, I've caught him a few times doing some home renovations. He's got an interesting property, and for the last 4.5 years, he's been showing us around both indoors and outdoors. Chris brings fun into everything he does. He does shoutouts for other creators, Happy Meal videos, unboxings, and he does a lot of work. He loves to work. He brings us outdoors, but also indoors. One of these shorts has actually now got 25,000 views. This is one that's still climbing. Every time we see this, it's got more views, which is great to see. I'm guessing that the thumbnail has to do with this, but the title might be doing it as well. 100-year-old house. People will be interested to see that, I'm sure. Live streams on the channel. I've been lucky to catch him for a few of these. I didn't see the puppy in there last time. This creator does a lot of indoor and outdoor work, but you can see some of what he's doing here. So I'm glad to see he started live streaming on this channel. Again, it's up to 611 subscribers. We'd love to push him towards the 700 we know he's thinking about. But Chris has been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter since the beginning of Superchat. He's been with us for about 4.5 years. And then, yeah, Alucard, there's so much outdated information as well. YouTube is never a leader when it comes to this stuff. They're always copying what the other platforms are doing. Thank you, Chris's Clever Craft, for the Super Chat again. From Kaiser Gaming YT, I certainly do appreciate that extra generous support. He's done that a million times before. And then Michael's Adventures is coming up.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
And thank you for that, Chris's Clever Craft. He is dropping another super chat there. Definitely over and above when it comes to generosity, but thanks again. And Michael's Adventures is up on the screen. Another one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my now 8 years on YouTube. I'm just going to rerun this video that I see the red line is not going all the way across. That was this morning. I didn't think I caught you this morning. Oh, maybe I clicked on it, but it was already done. That's why. So I'll rerun that. I try to catch Michael for his premieres, but he's on every single day, at least once a day, sometimes twice a day. You can see he's got all of April basically set up now with premieres. And we recommend this always. I'll always recommend this. Premiering and setting them up. Well, premiering if it's appropriate. You have to decide if you want to or not. There's a lot of benefit to it. And but setting them in advance, including live streams. So I set the notifications for these, even though I have the notification bell on for the channel. That's in the spirit of us all doing as much as we can for each other. Now, Michael's Adventures premieres every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, and sometimes he does 2 a day, sometimes even 3 a day. Usually he's bringing us this trail cam type footage where he's got a lot of visitors. Raccoons, foxes, deer, opossums. He does some bird watching. And once in a while, he takes us for a walk and talk video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, too. I just want to see this one. And he'll give us a walk around or even a drive around his area, usually stories to be told, sometimes with a shout-out for another creator. He's done that many times before. He also has gotten involved in some lottery ticket scratching and a slot game that he plays frequently, even in videos on the channel. If we look at the shorts and I go back to the latest, you'll see he does a lot of outdoor content also. And then Michael's Adventures has got over 4,000 videos on his channel, if you can imagine that. So like I said, he's been posting every day for as long as I can remember now. And his videos are averaging anywhere from a half an hour to 2 hours long, which is great for watch hours and things, even though he's long monetized. Memberships and super chats available, of course. And he's working on 1,600 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. And then, yes, Abandoned and Forgotten Whales, they definitely help, giving you a chance to connect to the community, but the community to get a chance to connect with each other. If a lot of people have, obviously shared interest in the subject of your video or channel or whatever it may be, it gives them a place to talk about that and connect with each other. And this is what can build community around your channel, if that makes sense. Destination Fun, good to see you in the house. She's a longtime dear friend as well. Handicapped Traveler is coming up next, and we'll see what they have got going on their channel after we take a break. So we'll go for 3.5 minutes, and right before that, I'm going to play another clip from that interview series that I keep talking about. These are videos now listed in a playlist and as a podcast on the Tuber Chat channel. Extremely informative because I asked these creators their opinion without adding a lot of my own. And all of these creators have been friends of ours for years, and they have all long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was I think your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of like views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was like pushed to the back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, you know, like skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well. So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together. So we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and you know, when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were like pushed to the back. But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check the analytics out regularly. It does help.
Yeah.
And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. Because you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well.
Yeah.
Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even like scrolling up and down and like how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, like, you know, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not like go with YouTube's policies. Like, we have a lot of fun with like pranking each other and stuff like that. Like, what we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or like pranks wise, that like skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do like, say like a trending meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that like shorts really help us have like, you know, them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're like, I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
earlier in the stream, somebody mentioned the idea of doing live streams, and they said, you know, anxiety holds them back. It's absolutely understandable. We talk about that sometimes here, and a way to get started with live streaming is to join other people on their live streams, like StreamYard panels and things like that, and then when you get a little bit of practice, you won't feel bad about going live by yourself. So it's not necessary, but it's just a tactic. It's an idea. But I meant to mention that earlier in the stream. Fever Dream Animation, good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And I just wanted to show you something for a second. New Horizons Above and Beyond asked about setting up a premiere. So I got a video that's a placeholder here. This is just that song that was created, excuse me, by Jake Huston, that we play at the end of every stream now. He made an AI song for us, which is cool. He's done that for dozens of our friends. But this is not a video that I'm going to put out. This was just so that the song is in the background in case I need it and make sure copyright doesn't come through and all that stuff. So what we can do is I'll open up the description here. And what you do is go to the visibility here. And I've got mine set as private. And if you want to send it as a premiere, you can go to public. And then you can set it as an instant premiere. And what that's going to do is as soon as you click the save button, the premiere is going to start running. So I probably never recommend this. I don't know why. If we're going to set a premiere, we wouldn't set it in advance. But they do have it available. Then you click the schedule button. And you get ready for the date and time that you want to set it for. And it just works like a calendar. If I wanted to put that out, I usually recommend Saturdays, 9 a.m. Eastern. But you decide the right time and date. The most important thing is to make sure you do it at a time where you could be there. You don't want to do it at a time when you're sleeping or when you're going to not be able to be around to connect with everybody. And then you click this little checkbox here, set as a premiere. And then when you do that, it will be ready to go. Now, I'm not going to do that with mine because I'm not actually putting that video out, but I just wanted to show you that for a second if anybody hasn't seen that. If you wanted to go back and watch that little tiny piece of today's stream, it's episode number 815 of Tuber Chat at about, 110 minutes into the stream. In case you wanted to write that down. Dreamland Soundscapes, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Stitching It Up, Capturing Country Life is also in the house, of course. And Southern Bell Auctions, yeah, that's a great idea too, for the idea of getting a little bit of practice. For me, it was a different story. I used to work in radio and as a DJ, so I've been in front of crowds and on microphones a million times before. So I understand, but I do understand the hesitation when it comes to speaking in front of a crowd. First time I ever had to do some real training in front of a crowd, and I'd already been a DJ for years. But when I had to speak to a room full of people, I used to work for Primerica, of course. It was a long, drawn-out year. I didn't make any money, of course. But I did do a lot of training, and I trained other people in sales. And while I was there, the first time that I had to speak to a room of what I think was 30, maybe 40 people, my leg was shaking so badly that I insisted everybody's going to be able to see it. And I was so nervous, I couldn't understand why. But it's a different thing, obviously, but I understand the anxiety that comes with the idea of live streaming in the beginning, but it's easy to get over. I promise you, once you've gone live the first couple of times and you realize that it's all good, then it becomes easier like everything else. Handicapped Travelers is up on the screen right now. They've changed their name a couple of times, but just with a slight, plural at the end here. Handicapped Travelers is here, same as their handle. They are going to bring us a bit of almost homesteading content. They got some cooking videos here. The Valentine's date, I watched that video. And then they've got something else here, a lemon pie recipe, which will be interesting to see. Lemon pie is one of my favorites. One year for my birthday, I asked for lemon meringue pies instead of cakes, actually. And then Handicapped Travelers is going to bring us some travel-based content, obviously from from a different perspective so we can understand what things are going to be like. They got some information on their About section where they're also going to talk about gardening, cooking, and some crafts. When we look at the outdoor content they've got in their shorts videos, they got some winter weather there, and then some of these have done really well at 2,600 views. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they're live occasionally. They've got one set up for the end of the month, another week from now. Hopefully we'll catch that, but I got my notification on. We'll get a chance to get to know them and a little bit of Q&A if we want. So hopefully everybody will connect with Handicapped Travelers. They're very soon going to have 1,300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards that milestone right now. Shop Smart Reviews 01, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in for the first time.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
Mountains to Sea Crew is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. And it's interesting, Henry Leslie, Vermont, teaching SharePoint classes, that's really interesting to me because I haven't used SharePoint actually, but I am a software guy, so I wish I had. But I fully understand. And when I did have to get up in front of that crowd that I was talking about, what they did was explain to everybody, listen, when you're talking to an audience of people, it doesn't matter how many, everybody who's listening to you actually wants you to do well. You know what I mean? So they already have it in their mind to give the benefit of the doubt, let's just say, if that makes any sense. Nobody wants to pay attention to somebody and then regret it afterwards. So their minds are already in your favor, if you want to put it that way. But, we haven't seen ever in my 8 years on YouTube, I haven't seen somebody do a live stream and then say afterwards, oh my God, that was awful, I feel terrible, and I wish I never did that. That's never happened. So hopefully that's helpful as well. Love and Live Show, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They're longtime friends as well. I feel like I missed another channel, but I hope I haven't missed anybody. So Al Lacard, yeah, the interesting thing about those real people's voices is it might actually not be as well, because AI, the voices have gotten really incredible. I wish I could play a clip for you right now. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it with any kind of volume or anything, but I've made an AI video because I like to play around with these things and see how they work. And the voice that came out of the AI system that I used, I think it was, what's the in video? That it? Yeah, in video AI. This one here I used, and it came out so naturally. Even I'm amazed. And I'm an audio guy. I used to work in radio. I used to produce commercials and coach professionals on voicing. And still, I was amazed. I'm like, that's impossible. It can't be that good, but it is. But you might be right. It might be that what you saw was something where they've got an AI character with a human voice. It's very possible. And then Mountains to Sea Crew is up on the screen right now. Let's see what they've got going on their channel. They've recently started coming into Tuber Chat frequently, though. And here's a video from a couple weeks ago. They got another brand new one, so I'm going to put this new one into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to watch another video. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to watch this pickleball video, too. You guys are probably going to laugh. I don't even know what pickleball is. When I drive through one of the highways here, I live close, I live in Niagara Falls, but I was born in Toronto. I grew up there and still travel back and forth. When I drive along the highway, there's this place, and I think it's a gym, but they've also got on the side of it like this whole pickleball, like as if that's a huge draw for everybody. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. I know what squash is, I know what racquetball is, but I don't know what pickleball is, and I know it's popular. So I'm going to watch that video so I can learn from you what on earth that is. And then Embarkation, Icon of the Seas. So here's a premiere that they've got coming up. That's actually going to be today, 4 hours from now. So we know we've got some fresh content from some of our friends today. And then Raymond Tacular Forever, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, a la carte. I'm in the AI stuff all the time. I pay for ChatGPT right now because I was going to make a custom GPT. I just can't get it to do what I want. Not perfectly. But I use ChatGPT every day. And now I'm starting to use the other ones more and more. But I'm considering dropping my membership on ChatGPT and getting Grok, because you can pay the same amount of money, I believe, and have the blue check mark on Twitter. So why wouldn't you, right? I always believe in as much value as possible. So why wouldn't I get two things for the price of one, basically? Because I use Twitter enough. Not all the time. Not even really every day, to be honest with you, lately. But I've been on Twitter since the beginning. So, and you could tell because I still call it Twitter. Northern Girl Hobbies, good to see you here. Hedgeways brings us travel as well. And then Mountains to Sea Crew says they really like pickleball, so I'll have to see what that is. And then I'm looking forward to that. They're working on 600 subscribers. Nice thumbnail here. You make me think of the Science Center that we have in Toronto. I know many major cities have them, where you put your hand on that electric ball and your hair goes crazy. But that's a cool thumbnail you caught out of that. Popular videos in the short section here got into 600 and over 800 views, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. And their latest live stream is coming up in a few days. We've got the notification on for that, even though we've got the notification bell on. We see that they're already monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Your girl Lala, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Oh yeah, Tim Mitchell used AI to get their intro and outro songs. Somebody made one for us. Jake Huston, I put his name on the slide while it plays at the end of every stream, was a nice surprise. He did them for dozens of channels, and then somebody found them, or he told a couple people, I guess, and it came to us as a surprise. But they're really doing well. I haven't had success in making AI music myself yet, that I want to experiment with for our copyright-free music channel to expand the collection. I haven't found anything that does as good quality as what we've already got there. It's not the best music in the world, but it's just as good as any other copyright-free music that's out there. And I've even played a couple of the songs when I've DJ'd, like in nightclubs and stuff, and it's fine. I'm sure a couple people or several people even like some of the music. But I hope to find something like that. Fairbrick Studio still here. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. This is my love, Kristen Welton. We'll talk about her content in a second.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Let me just get something happening here. We're going to talk about Kristen Welton's content in a second, but let me get my ChatGPT open here for a second. Let me show you exactly how I use this, okay? So if I was doing a video right now, let's see what Kristen's got here. Her latest video is Nespresso coffee capsules, right? So it's an unboxing video because she does those all the time. So this is exactly what I type, and you can mark the time if you want. We are at exactly... Oh, I'm unsure about exactly how many minutes we're in. Probably about 2 hours and 7 minutes into episode number 815. You know that we're about to look at Kristen Welton's channel, so that's how you're going to remember if you want to write down the time so that you can go back and watch this if you want to. This will be very simple, but if I wanted to make that video, write some stuff to help me with that video, first thing I do is I say write a lengthy... write a unique, comma, lengthy, keyword-rich description of, or I would say in this case, for an unboxing video about Nespresso coffee capsules. And then you don't have to do this unless it starts adding all kinds of crazy characters and titles and stuff like that. But I would say plain text, no formatting. sometimes it comes up with headings and bullet points and stuff, and I don't want any of that for my YouTube description. So this is how I'm going to get a description, right? And you can see that it works almost instantly. Now, keep in mind I pay for it, but you get the same result from using the free version of it anyway. But now look at the size of that description. I would recommend going through it and making sure you make any appropriate adjustments to it, not necessarily take it the way it is, but I will admit I'm guilty of copying and pasting as much as anybody. Now, you're going to want to say comma separated keywords. And if you use the word tags here, sometimes it gets confused and gives you hashtags. So I say comma separated keywords. That way you can just copy and paste right into the YouTube description area. And it'll give you too many. You just cut that down, right? Then I can say 14 hashtags. You don't want more than 14 because YouTube tells us if there's 15 or more, it might ignore them all. Hashtags are almost irrelevant now, but it was a thing they were pushing for a while, so I used to do them anyway. Now, I didn't do title options, but now I just type in title options, and it's going to give me a whole bunch of titles. You just pick what you like or mix and match some of the elements, and you get an idea. It's going to come up with titles that are a lot more fun than anything I would have put onto that video. But I just wanted to show everybody quickly how I use that, and then you can obviously choose to use it. Same thing will work with Claude, Copilot, DeepSeek, or Grok, or any of the other systems. And then hopefully that's helpful to everybody. I'm thinking about putting that up as a Fiverr gig so that, people, even though I'm showing you how to do it, you can get me to do it for you if you want. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. Legends Gaming 667 picked up a gifted membership today. I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Together we travel. Good to have you here. I meant to close that poll off an hour ago, but we'll see what they got going on. So it's only about half. Only about half of people are using more than one device, but it's interesting to know that as well. Kristen Welton, my love, we live together in Niagara Falls, Canada, does unboxing videos. She started with beauty and makeup and still does that today. She also talks about skincare, anything bath and beauty, and unboxes just about anything that can be unboxed. So it's not always just coffee and tea and coffee makers. It could be things she's received as Christmas gifts or things she's purchase, like lighting and other YouTube film gear and just about anything at all, even a vinyl record over there. So a lot of variety. But what Kristen is also doing now is experimenting with the YouTube thumbnail system. And that means she's putting 3 different thumbnails on every video and giving YouTube the opportunity to push those out randomly to everybody and then picking the one that has the best click-through rate, which is really cool. I'm not sure if that'll change if I flip the page here. Doesn't look like it, but that's okay. She's monetized lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. 1,700 subscribers now, so she'll probably be excited about that milestone, and we'll hopefully push her towards the 1,800. You know what's funny? Actually, a la carte, it's funny that you say that, because one of the channels that I run, or did run up until recently, the guy who owns the channel ordered some, what do you call it? Whey powder, right? That you use for working out, muscle growth and this and that. He goes to the gym. But anyway, he ordered a bulk amount of it. And when it came, it's just a bag of the powder in a box. And that's it. And I said, this is not going to be a good video. We should not do this at all. And he insisted, no, I want to unbox everything. Okay, so we'll unbox it. And one of the comments on the video is, thanks for showing me how to open a cardboard box. You had to know that that was going to happen. But hey, content is content, right? Shorts on Kristen's channel feature some winter weather, a couple of stars that have made cameo appearances several times. Trouble Von Cuddlepuss and Spiky Bruiser are featured there. She's done a lot of outdoor content, theme parks, and a little bit more variety in the shorts. These have gotten, though, into 22,000 and 28,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on her channel as well. She only live streams occasionally, but she could be indoors, she could be outdoors, and sometimes she's collaborated with other creators as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Kristen Walton and push her towards the 1,800 subscribers we know she's thinking about. I'll spin the wheel. We got another channel ready to go, and it looks like we're going to look at Legends Gaming 667.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
I am way overdue for adding names to our wheel from our chat list. I should have added at least a couple already, so I'll do that right this second. Legends Gaming 667 has 46 subscribers. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. They just put out a video 8 hours ago. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to watch another piece of content, and they let us know on their About section. They're here to play some games and have a blast. They share that with us. It looks like they're going to be doing some iOS gaming as well, and some of that has turned into shorts. So they've gotten into 500 views and beyond, which is great, and hopefully that will continue as they post more and more as well. They picked up that gifted membership today, and like I said, we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So we put them up right away. New Horizons Above and Beyond, I'm going to put on the wheel right now. And then also Southern Bell Auctions, of course. And let's spin and we'll get another channel going. We're moving much quicker now, so for the rest of the stream, probably another 45 minutes, we'll move much faster. I'll get to as many channels as we can, and then we still got an hour of our music channel as a live stream to go and enjoy. Everybody can continue connecting the way we do here.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
So I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody can be here every day, and certainly not for 3 hours every time we stream, but even if you're just coming by to say hello or drop a thumbs up, every interaction matters. And I know we've got friends running the stream in the background as well. Jaden is with us all the time, and I appreciate that. And then, like I said, we got a music stream coming up for an extra hour after Tuber Chat today. We're doing that after every Tuber Chat stream lately. And that gives us a chance to continue connecting. It's a lot of fun over there. It's like a virtual nightclub. We got a video game going. You can participate in that in the chat with everybody, and we have a lot of fun together. Just Jason Keto is up on the screen, just with a slight name change there. And, this creator's been with us for years, though, and is here for every stream. Also, he's a beloved and dedicated, moderator as well as a member. He talks about a keto-based diet or lifestyle most of the time. Healthy eating, healthy living is always the subject of the channel. When we look through his videos, we see a lot of recipes. He's very known for these chaffle recipes. He's done pretty much about 100 right now. Again, I lost track, and I know I say all the time. I know I say that in every stream now, Jason. Forgive me, because if you answer, I miss all the time. It's got to be close to 100. But he does a lot of other recipes as well. So between those and the product reviews that he does on the channel, we can get an idea of the ingredients and how they're going to affect us when we consume them, whether we use them to make our own recipes or whether we're buying products in the stores that are marketed as keto-based or, appropriate for a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Like I mentioned earlier, he might take us for outdoor content if he's going on a trip or visiting a place. He's done that a few times. He might unbox a product. He just did a great review of an air fryer. He's done these, he showed us the Dash Minis many times that he makes the chaffles with, for instance. He also is willing to head out hundreds of miles away to bring us informative content from places like Keto Palooza. He's had lots of guests on his channel, both in videos and live streams. I'll show you those in a moment. There you go, 80 to 90. Yeah, I knew it was over 80, but you got to be approaching 100. And then shorts on this channel as well have got a bit of a hint here about healthy looking grilling shorts. So a lot of these have gotten into 4,000, 5,000, and 6,000 views. This one, which I've seen, has got 22,000. And I promise you, this one's entertaining and worth a watch. Live streams on the channel. Every Thursday, Jason goes live. He might be on his own. He might have a guest. He's had many StreamYard panels now. And sometimes he brings us an extra live stream with like a cook-along with a multicam setup. He's constantly thinking of different ideas so that the content is fresh, but he's also got a vibrant community. So when we're in the chat with questions and comments, there's a lot of support there. And Just Chasing Keto and more has been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for as long as we've known him. All of our moderators here are dear friends of mine and dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. The Stock Explorer, Nora, is also a beloved and dedicated moderator and member. We'll see what they've got going on their 2 channels now.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
So the Stock Explorer is Nora, and she's in Florida. She's got 2 different channels, and on this one, she talks about the stock market with a little bit of crypto. And forgive me, I know, Nora, you sent, if you're listening right now, you sent over the live stream, I think it was, from another channel. I haven't had a chance to see it yet. I was either setting up for TuberChat or whatever I was doing earlier, but I'm going to go and have a look. But Nora's been talking about the stock market and a little bit of crypto in a level-headed and down-to-earth way ever since starting the channel. She's been with us for 4.5 years now. This creator often has product in hand and has a lot of friends. So sometimes there are charts and graphs for us to see, sometimes StreamYard panel ideas, both in videos and live streams. Lately, they've got a series because they've expanded the content on the channel over the last couple of years. And for about a year, if not 2 years now, they've gotten into a lot of lottery ticket scratching. So this series of videos that they've put out is called Scratching with Strangers, where they literally meet somebody for the first time and scratch lottery tickets right there while they get to know them. The stories are really interesting. When we get into shorts on this channel, there's more variety. These have gotten into 2,800, 4,200, and one over 13,000 views. That's a short that still gets views today. Nora is monetized, of course, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And for the last couple of years, they've been doing a lot of lottery ticket scratch battling with other channels as well. That makes up a lot of their live streams. Otherwise, it could be Nora in a StreamYard panel or with charts and graphs, willing to talk about the stock market and a chance to get to know her. I've joined her on her channel once. We talked about YouTube for a couple hours, actually, if you wanted to go search that out. Diamond Painting Cutie, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in from Connection of Life and, Connection of Lives and Interests 2020, I believe, right? And Trish the Naturals is a member, so I've got them on the wheel, of course. What we're going to do right now is take a break again for 3.5 minutes, and we still got over half an hour to go. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. Mel Runs Things is going to come up next. I'm not sure if I said hello to them when they first came into the chat, but we'll play another clip from this interview series that I talk about all the time. And the clip I'm going to play right now is actually from the newest episode. It's still forthcoming. I've got to finish editing it, and then I'll put it out in a couple of weeks. But this is a conversation with another creator who's both been friends of ours for years and long past their 10,000 subscribers. When we talk about your channel, and what you bring on YouTube. You're very forthcoming, you and Sarah both, about the idea that you want to share your life with everybody, which you do. Now, from what we've known each other quite some time now, I think it's getting on a couple of years. Forgive me if it's not longer than that, Rob. But what I see is authenticity in your true willingness to share. My imagination tells me that the magic on your channel is that people who are thinking the way that you do find your content and it just clicks with them because they're like, yes, exactly. And that introduction video that you've got featured on the front page today is a perfect example. But I really want to know what you think, because I can have my impression looking through a screen at your content, but where do you think the magic comes in your channel?
We try to keep it as simple as possible. If you see some of our earlier videos, we had an intro, and we noticed we call it a hockey stick effect,
Okay.
where the videos go like this and they flatline.
Yes.
So we actually did away with any intros. I might talk for a couple seconds, but then it goes right into the video. And I think that's part of what's been helping, because I started right around the time that the channel really took off. And it seems to help a lot. Trying to add fluff, I don't want to do that. I want to see what's going on. You know, occasionally I might throw in a nice photo or a quick clip, but I don't focus. I want people to see exactly how we're doing it, how we're living, what we're doing, and how we're doing it. Because if I add fluff, you know, to me, it's kind of taking it away.
Yes.
You know, I want to see, you know, the authenticity of what we're doing here, and not try to either over dramatize it or over simplify it.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing simple about being out here.
It doesn't seem like it, no.
And to dramatize it is just silly, because it's not real drama. I don't want nothing to do with it. You know, I want it to be real. I want it to be how Sarah and I are. And how you see us interact in our videos is how we interact together and off camera.
It seems that way. It really does. I think you both have you know, we use the word charisma. It's not quite the right word, but you know what I mean. And I think people can get your authenticity. When you talk about the idea of intros, that's a great tip. I know a lot of our friends won't like to hear it, but when you take the intros out of your videos or cut them very, very short, videos might do better. I've had the same success myself. Everything doubled, tripled, and quadrupled the second I took them off. All right, we're just about back. We're going to look at Mel Runs Things, and this is a channel I'm still getting to know, but now they've been here many times before, and for many months. Lifestyle, family, cooking, fitness, and running, living over 50. Although I'm sure all of their content can relate to just about everybody, I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos and put this into my catch-up list. They just put this out actually just, half an hour ago, not even. And then they've got quite a few different videos here on the front page. They've done a giveaway on the channel, which is great to see. They've got kitchen ASMR, so that might be a recipe combined with some pleasing audio to go along with the visual there. When we get into shorts on this channel, we see that they've gotten into 2,200, 2,300 views, which is great to see. A little bit of outdoor content, mostly indoor with the creator themselves, and then live streams on the channel. So they got a live stream coming up tomorrow, and hopefully we can catch that. I've got the notification on, and actually that's going to be, I say tomorrow, I'm in the Eastern time zone, but it's actually tonight, so at 1 a.m. for me. And you'll get the proper time zone when you look at this for yourself. And then we set notifications for everything we see, whether or not we think we can make it, because it's just a signal of interest for the YouTube algorithm, again, in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Mel Runs Things is now at 1,700 subscribers. They've got that nice and locked in, but we'd like to push them a little bit farther towards the 1,800 we know they must be thinking about.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
And then Jesse Journals and Unboxes, just please let me know if you're still in the background there listening. I just put a couple names on the wheel, but it's your turn if you're still here. Southern Belle Auctions is up on the screen right now. Now, they are going to bring us a few videos here that feature some of the things that they might be featuring in their live sales. But when we look at the About section, we get a full description of what to expect. Buy It Now premieres and videos, as well as live auctions. And this is a type of content or format of content that's really like kind of taken over right now. There's another platform out there called Whatnot, even Rambling with the Brooms is on there. But some of the biggest influencers are saying that live auctions or live sales, shoppable videos and things like that are going to be where a lot of money is made in the next many years. So obviously if you're doing sales, that's the goal anyway. But Southern Belle Auctions is doing these live streams, and we've got a few friends that do this now. But what they do is put items on the screen. You can bid right there in the live stream, which is really cool and in an auction style. So they can be really exhilarating, and some of these live streams and channels that are doing them have some very fast-paced and high-energy live streams as well. So hopefully everybody will catch these. You can see that Southern Belle Auctions is doing well with these. They've been doing them frequently. I haven't caught you for a couple of weeks now, but hopefully I'll catch you again soon. I got the next 3 notifications on. They're actually doing one tonight, so they really are doing it tonight. 3.5 hours from now, they'll be doing one. We've got lots of fresh content from our friends coming up today. Obviously, you've heard me say it a million times, but Saturdays and Sundays are the busiest days on YouTube, right? Regardless of time zone, let's just say. So lots of content coming out. Lots of people will be live in this and that. But we know that while we're going through some of the premieres and videos that are going to be coming out, we've also got a live stream coming up tonight from one of our friends. So hopefully everybody will connect with Southern Belle Auctions. Obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And they're working on 1,700 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Oh, Mel Runs Things just did their first 24-hour live stream. Forgive me for not noticing that when I had your channel up. Yeah, that is cool stuff. We used to do 24 hours on our copyright-free music channel, and I have changed up the strategy on that channel for a long time. But now that we're monetized again, and now that we've got a different setup for our live streams, we're able to do Tuber Chat streams more consistently. We're going every 3 days right now. And my time has opened up a bit, so that's why we're able to do that. I've got these 1 hour music streams for now, and then we'll see how those go. But I added a couple things as well for anybody who's already been over there, and hopefully you'll enjoy that. I finally put the emojis in. I didn't realize I hadn't done that in the beginning, but I just put those on again today, and then we've got some stuff for a few members that are over there that's pretty exciting. I'm sure everybody will like. So Cricket Cinema is coming up right now.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Clicking all over the place here. Cricket Cinema, we got to make sure we get this right. It's just with no space in it. The handle and the name match, which is great. And Cricket Cinema is somebody that's fairly new in Tuber Chat as well. So I'm still getting to know the channel. Art, music, and some activism, which will be interesting to see. I see they've got a premiere coming up tonight as well. So they're going to do a premiere at 5 o'clock, same time as we're going to start our music stream. But of course, you know, we always invite everybody to hop in and out, especially here in Tuber Chat. That's what we're supposed to be doing. We'll likely be on after that premiere finishes airing because they seem to be doing half-hour videos. I'm going to take the latest one, though, and put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up or get caught up or stay caught up with channels. So that's what I use that for. And it looks like they're doing AI-based thumbnails, which is really cool. These actually look pretty good. And this one here, the juke joint, is interesting. So I'm hoping Cricket Cinema, if they happen to still be listening, if you don't mind letting me know either here or on Instagram or somewhere what AI system you're using, because I see you've got two of these where the text seems to be right. And for the longest time, it's almost been a year now that we've been using these AI systems, or I've been using them for image generation. And I haven't been able to get one to do the text properly, but they're improving all the time. So I'm just curious to know which one you used for those there. Pardon me. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Cricket Cinema. They're getting close to their 500 subscribers. It's an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey, of course. So we'd love to push them a little bit closer. And then Canadian Family Life is coming up from New Brunswick now.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
Oh, Monkey Man Productions is also Canadian. I happen to be in Niagara Falls. I grew up in Toronto and everything, but I've been living here for many years now. And then, yeah, AI text can be a little wonky, says Alucard. Absolutely. I haven't been able to get one that dropped the text properly as extra characters and stuff. But thank you for mentioning that, Cricket Cinema. So they're using ChatGPT and I guess the DALL-E system that's within there. But they have improved over a long period of time. Obviously, the technology is just rolling really, really fast. I mean, it's going to be remarkable. I don't know how many people know that Solana is coming out with a cell phone as well. If you happen to be involved in crypto or hear about crypto on the news now and this and that, Solana, one of the biggest ones, is coming out with their own phone. And I think, did I see it said they're going to start shipping in April? I think it is. I think the phones are almost done. So that's going to be interesting to see. I don't know much detail about it, except it will be, you know, crypto involved in it. But Solana is a building block now as a blockchain for a lot of technology. And you can see how some of these things are just moving along. Diamond Painting Cutie is also from Canada. And then Day One Walks. Use the feedback option to refine your thumbnails. That's a good idea. Forgive me for not thinking right away exactly what you might be talking about, the feedback option. I got to go look at that if I haven't seen it yet. Canadian Family Life up on the screen is another dear friend. And then, so Mel runs things. Yeah, so it's from, I'm not sure if it's an AI phone, if we would call it that. I'm sure it's got AI built into it because so many people are building things on top of Solana now, right? So it's it's Solana that's building the phone, but so many things are being built on that blockchain. You can bet that, first of all, crypto and a wallet will be included. We're expecting Samsung, Google, and Apple to all do that by next year as well, where they'll have hardware wallets built into the phones, so that we don't have to have separate hardware wallets. And I know I don't want to get too much into crypto. I happen to be into it every day, following the news and things like that. But there's a lot to it. Very important to keep your crypto safe. It can be stolen very easily, but as long as you know what you're doing, you're okay. So they're improving the technology there also. So I'm sure they're going to have AI built into the phone, because all phones will have that now. Even Apple caught up and did that. They're usually not that fast. And I'm an iPhone person. I love iPhone, or I love Apple, so I use iPhone and this and that. And that's cool. Monkey Man Productions, very close to us as well. And then Diamond Painted Cuties in Manitoba. I'm not sure how many channels we've had that come through Manitoba. I feel like I remember one being from Manitoba, but I'm unsure. There's probably more than I think. Superchatters is on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so thank you, everybody. We'll probably have that in another couple of months. Canadian Family Life up on the screen is from New Brunswick, and this is homesteading style content with a lot of food bank grocery hauls, a lot of cooking videos, challenges between husband and wife. The family is involved in a lot of the videos. They're hopping in and out all the time. They've got an impeccable container garden that I talk about all the time, and Tiffany's husband, Tiffany's the creator we see here, her husband Chris, who's featured in the banner, of course, and a lot of the thumbnails, has his own channel called Chris's Creation Fun. He works on solar equipment, the grow lights for that container garden, a lot of 3D printing as well. And then on Canadian Family Life, they've got Happy Mail videos, shout-outs for other creators, product reviews, and shorts have started to do well also, especially the outdoor content, getting into 2,800, 5,600 views as well. Actually, Butler Family Farm, I've been off it for a while. I got to get back to eating an apple every day. I used to eat an apple every single day, but it's to keep the dentist away, not the doctor. My favorite day, I have not had the best dental health my whole life, but I've gotten better out of necessity as I've gotten older. But there was an appointment that I had within the last couple of years, I can't remember if it was this year or last year, where the dentist was like, okay, like the hygienist who was cleaning my teeth talked for about 45 minutes out of the hour-long appointment and only cleaned my teeth for like 15 minutes. And then when we were done, I was like, that's it? And they're like, yeah, your teeth are clean. Like, because I floss and brush more than ever before, but the apple helps as well. It's nature's toothbrush, they say. But literally for that reason. I eat a lot of fruit, though. Canadian Family Life is also bringing us live streams, and some of these can be Tiffany herself. Usually families hopping in and out of there, sometimes the whole family together, and she's done StreamYard panels, dozens in fact, and then she's also collaborated with other creators. There she is with our dear friend I Am Betty J. Gathers right there. Hopefully everybody will connect with Canadian Family Life. She usually does a live stream every month or two. We'll expect one in a few weeks. She just celebrated her birthday a couple of weeks ago. And then, my goodness, do I ever drag out everything. And it doesn't stop either. You know what's funny about this? So I'll talk nonstop for 3 hours here in Tuber Chat, basically. And then I'll go and tell Kristen for another 15 minutes about all the things that happened in Tuber Chat, or thoughts that I had while I was talking and everything else. And it doesn't ever end. I don't know where I get the energy.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
So Tim Mitchell, I think I'm going to grab from their link in the chat here for now, if I can find them again. They just grabbed a membership today. Because we want to make sure we get the right Tim Mitchell. There they are. And I'll check out the handle there as well. What I usually do is match the avatar through the search results there. But this is a brand new channel. So you can see 25 subscribers right now. And they've just got a couple of videos here. and they might have shorts. Yeah, they got one short video as well. So this creator, this is a perfect video to connect with because they got over 4 minutes here. So I'm going to put that in my watch later list, and what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch their video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here as about 3 times a week, and we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then Tim Mitchell, thank you for the reminder. Yes, Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. I'll put them up right now. And so this is not, I don't think this is the first time. Didn't we look at this channel the other day? Maybe I didn't go through my watch later list. Is that possible? I could be mistaken. Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official is another brand new creator here in the Tuber Chat family. What I'm going to do is take one of their latest videos here, and I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do again is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch their video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on, as I do with all creators, and then hopefully our connection will stick from that. And then, like I said, hopefully you have our notification bell on as well. I thought I looked at this the other day, so forgive me. I might not have gone through my watch later list since the last stream. I was a little bit busy the last couple of days, but let's have a look at the shorts here. We see that these are getting close to 600 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. So they're live usually at least once a week, if not twice a week. And working on 400 subscribers as well. So I'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. When I look at my watch later list, yeah, forgive me for that. See, so I've got another video here in my watch later list from your channel from the other day. I didn't go through that. Usually I do. So that's okay. We'll catch up soon. Glorious Platter, thank you for coming in.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
And then Day One Walks is coming up right now. This is a creator we've known for many years as well as Day One Adventures. They got another channel now, and Mama Juju Crafting on the Black 40. Good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And I just dropped a link, and that is for the music channel. We're going to go over there after. It's all the same music you hear in the background of Tuber Chat, but with a virtual nightclub going on, basically, where we all chat. People filter in and out of there. We got a video game going. You can participate in the chat with that. It's fun to hang out there, and you can continue connecting the way we are here. So I hope everybody will come over there. We still got another 15 minutes here, though. Day One Walks is up on the screen, and like I said, this is a second channel from our friend Day One Adventures. And when we look at this channel, we're going to see that they've actually put out quite a bit of content lately. They're using an AI system for their text as well. When I first asked one of the creators that was doing a great job with these what system they were using, it's because they were putting the text over top, and that's what made it work out like this. But they're yeah, firing out videos. I don't know how I'm so far behind. Yeah, 3 weeks already? Can't be. I'm just going to grab the latest video, though. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up. And then they've got shorts on the channel as well. These now have gotten into 600 views for a Tesla one there. And then 3,000 on another one. I think that's a new one. I could be mistaken. But I think that's a newer video for them. And then Day One Walks, like I said. So first of all, they're working on 300 subscribers. But Day One Adventures is Also, a longtime dear friend. I see you changed their name there. They just put that space in where it belonged. They got some AI systems over here going on this. They got a lot of food reviews over here, but they're bringing us travel. And I'm going to take the latest one, put that in my catch-up list as well. This channel also has live streams and shorts on it. So when we look at the shorts views, one of these has gotten into 9,000 views on the way towards 10,000, which is great to see. And then live stream, they've done one with fireworks there. We'll see if they're going to continue those. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. Thank you for the membership. I really do appreciate that. From now on, as long as you're a member, you'll be put onto the wheel as soon as we see you in the chat. We always put members on the wheel with moderators as soon as we see them. Stephanie G, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate every moment and those thumbs up. Let's go for another break for 3.5 minutes. We'll come right back. We'll make this a quick one. All right, we're just about back. I forgot to spin, so we're looking at New Horizons Above and Beyond. I spun the wheel in the background there, and I will drop the link in another moment here for our copyright-free music channel. And we're going to start that stream up shortly. I'm going to leave Tuber Chat running for an extra 3 minutes like we always do, so everybody can clean up their connections here. But you're welcome to come over there, of course, everybody, to continue connecting the same way we do here for another solid hour. Rainy Ridge, good to see you in the house. I'm going to get them on the wheel. They happen to be a member. Hobbytown Chili and Koi, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Fever Dream Animation, I know you've been here for a long time. I'm not sure if I actually said hello, but hopefully I did earlier. And then Gloria's Platter, yes, you missed your own premiere. We talk about that sometimes. I've done it too. Just to be transparent, I've done it too, but we can't help but laugh at each other when we do that. And then New Horizons Above and Beyond is going to bring us pure variety and homesteading type content. They change up their description occasionally to let us know what's going on. Lots of outdoor content here. They take us shopping as well. I'm going to put the latest video into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to stay caught up with them. And then they've got shorts on their channel as well. Some of these have now gotten into 1,600, 1,900 views and beyond, with more outdoor content there again. New Horizons Above and Beyond is with us for just about every single stream. And then they've got a live stream from many months ago. We'll see if they're going to continue that. And we've always got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. Yoshi Family, good to have you here. And Trish the Natural's coming up. This is a creator that talks about lifestyle as well as natural hair care.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
And then Trish the Natural, one of the things you see about this creator, on top of the health, beauty, lifestyle, and natural hair care, is the fact that she's got such a professional look to the channel. She always has. Even though every video gets its own thumbnail with its own look and feel, the bright, bold headshots will make her recognizable. I believe that's going to pay off really big for this channel when it comes to the idea of branding. If somebody has enjoyed one of her videos in the past, regardless of whether they've subscribed or not, when the recommendation engine puts another one in front of a viewer, they're likely going to gravitate towards these. The other thing too is that when you look at this creator's channel, obviously a dynamic host, but when you roll over and get into the video from the thumbnail, you're getting exactly what you expected. This is a perfect example right here. So let me take this latest video. I'll put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with Trish the Natural. She's been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for as long as I remember now. She's been with us over a couple years. Shorts on this channel have done well with a lot of celebrity tributes, getting into 27,000, 43,000, and then live streams on the channel as well. It's been a little while, but she's done many of these, both with our dear friend I Am Betty J Gathers and on her own. And then let's spin the wheel. Tanks and Fish, good to have you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Rainy Ridge is coming up. Look at that luck. Just walked in the door and got picked right away. And we'll see what they've got going on.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
So Rainy Ridge, Eric and Tina, they bring us a small woodworking shop, and they give us some more information on their About section. They post frequently. You can see this. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. A greenhouse build, they say, so that'll be interesting to a lot of our homesteading friends, especially, I'm sure. Lots of outdoor content here, and a chance to get to know them, obviously, in one of those videos. When we look at shorts on this channel, they've gotten into 13,000 views, one over 18,000, and Rainy Ridge has been friends of ours for quite some time now. I think it's been a year. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Could be much longer, and forgive me if I'm wrong about that too, because I'm racing through my speeches now. Almost almost 2,600 subscribers, but they're also monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They're doing live streams every Saturday, so they'll likely be live tonight. Let me know, please, if you don't mind, let us know if you're going to be live and what time. And then they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. We'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
And then, pardon me while I'm looking at something in the background here. We're going to look at Cricket Cinema right now and see what they've got going on their channel. And we got to make sure we get the right Cricket Cinema. Did I put them up already? Yeah, we looked at their channel already. That's when I was talking about the AI thumbnails, so I forgot to take them off the wheel. Crafty Witch 232 is coming up. So thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment. Everybody can be here. I know we got some friends that run the stream in the background, and for anybody else that's come through just to say hello and drop a thumbs up, I appreciate that as well. We're firing up the music stream right now on our copyright-free music channel. All of that music is available everywhere that music is, so Spotify, Deezer, Amazon, iTunes, and everywhere else. And then thank you to our moderators here, and thank you for everybody for the time that you spent. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. I'm going to look at Abandoned and Forgotten Whales in a quick second here. And Crafty Witch 232 is bringing us an interesting mix of crafting creations on their channel. They do crochet along with 3D printing, and you can see they've got quite a few videos here to get started with, but they've got some shorts that really show a lot of the pop culture references in their crafts here that have really done well, getting into 1,000 views, 2 of them over 10,000, and then live streams on the channel. I've been lucky to catch them a few times. They've done some video gameplay, but usually they're building these crafts right in front of us, a combination, like I said, of 3D printing and crochet, and they're working on 700 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And then Abandoned and Forgotten Whales we're going to look at right now. Sergeant Talks TV, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody in the chat, and hopefully everybody will connect with our moderators as well. Most of us understand that these live streams wouldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help. And Abandoned and Forgotten Whales is another friend now with almost 7,000 subscribers. My goodness, I'm just going to grab one of your latest videos here. It's quite lengthy, but I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with you a little bit. And shorts on this channel have gotten into 6,600, 8,700 views and beyond. Typically what they're doing here more than anything else is explorations of abandoned locations. And we've got a lot of friends that do this kind of thing. But they do an exceptional job, willing to hop into tight areas, much more than I'd be willing to for sure. And live streams are occasional on this channel. So hopefully everybody will connect with Abandoned and Forgotten Whales, and we will make a quick exit. So thank you again, everybody. We'll hop over to that copyright-free music channel that I keep talking about. And you can see that live stream is already running. There's a few people over there. We got a video game going on. It's like a virtual nightclub. I know everybody will enjoy it. I'll leave this live stream running for an extra few minutes, and hopefully we'll see you over there. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first 1,000 subs to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Superchat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Superchat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Superchat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. The first 4 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong.
You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong.
So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.